KEWB climatological survey shows occasional cloudiness, otherwise fair through tomorrow. Expected high call for San Francisco today, 64, for Oakland, 68. Current Bay Area temps read East Bay 58, Peninsula 52, Marin County 52. And the current KEWB San Francisco temperature reading is 56 degrees. Ted Meadows reporting from KEWB Oakland. That's all the news, and you know it.
I know it, and you know it, but do they know it?
I think they know it, Diane. Beautifully done. That's little Lawrence Walk there with them Little Lemon Sisters and the Bristol Stomp. Good morning out there in Radio Land. This is your neighborhood-friendly disc jockey, Don MacKinnon. I'm on your radio every morning here with Carl Caterpillar. He's one of those engineers, you understand. It's 2 minutes past 8, KEWB Don MacKinnon program time with 56 degrees in San Francisco. If you're driving, do drive carefully. After all, I drive carefully. My wife drives carefully. My wife's a great driver. She gets 40 miles to defend her. This hour of the Don MacKinnon program, we'll hear from the Drifters and Mario Lanza. Frankie and Johnny will sing. We'll have job opportunities and the funniest story I've heard. I mean it. Funniest story I've heard all week. And now I'd like to tell you about a fantastic thing. $2 million worth of breathtaking beauty. That's the attraction at the Sheraton Palace Hotel, where the Salvador Dali Art and Jewels exhibit is now on display. You see things like gold, diamonds, rubies, and wild green emeralds in fantastic sculptures by the world's most controversial artist. See the Dali Jewel collection now at the Sheraton Palace. It's going to benefit the St. Mary's College Centennial Building Fund.
Here is 5.5-year-old humorist Diane with another KEWB Kid on the Street safety interview.
You wouldn't drive without liability insurance, would you?
No, Diane, I wouldn't do that.
Do you promise to check to sure you have enough?
Yes, Diane, I promise.
Okay, with the powder investors in me, I declare you to be one of them KEWB good guys.
Thank you very much, Diane. Welcome to the group. That's one of the good guys. I'm one of the good guys. My name is Don MacKinnon, and
I got an idea. Why don't you tell him your name?
I think I detected a little sarcasm there. You didn't mean that, did you, Diane? Sportsman with number 5 in the Fabulous 40 survey from KEWB. It's called The Way You Look Tonight, Dear. I just can't take it anymore. 6 past 8, sing it up time here at Channel 91. Remember that KEWB is better than ever, so get some today. How you feeling today, huh? Oh, you are? Well, gather round because young Dr. MacKinnon has some advice for you. Would you like me to tell you how not to feel sluggish, would you? Okay. I wish you would stop hollering, man, like it's piercing, man. All right, now listen closely. If you feel sluggish today.
The next time you feel sluggish and headachy because you need a laxative, do as millions do. Chew delicious Phenamint. Feenamint. No other kind of laxative gives more wonderful relief. For yourself, for your children. Get Phenamint today. 16 tablets, only 37 cents. Also small and economy sizes.
See there, now you feel better already, don't you, huh? Well, that's just another one of those good guy services of KEWB in the Don MacKinnon program.
We love MacKinnon, we love MacKinnon. He's a good boy.
Get up, turn on the smiling channel 91. Get up, we're gonna see you have a lot of fun. So stay around, it's gonna be a fun day. Play around, play the number 1 way, so get up. You're gonna see a get up. It's gonna be a KEWB beautiful day.
8 minutes now past 8 o'clock from KEWB. 56 degrees in San Francisco. For most of the East Bay, it's 58, and the weatherman says a cloudy day. Here's Mashie.
Shut the cave door and back to Pygmy Country!
Did you hear about the elephant who got his trunk caught in his mouth and swallowed himself? The best of last week's one-liners. 10 minutes past 8 o'clock now. KEWB above all. This is the Don MacKinnon program. Brother Ted Meadows in there with all the news in a couple of minutes with the sports scoreboard. But I'd first like to tell you that it is not going to rain today. We have a revised climatological survey. Occasional cloudiness today and tonight. Oakland, look for about 68, the high. San Francisco, 64 degrees right now for Marin County. 52 degrees. We have the very sad story now of Ma and Pa Kettle, who jumped into their Model A pickup truck and headed for Jack London Square to have dinner. And what happened? They were driving towards a restaurant, and there was the big bay with a big fence standing up there, and Pa Kettle said, mine got no brakes. And then you know what happened?
I don't know what it is, Roy. Why we come out here? It's the dead blame cold and everything the dealers eat up here by Bear Sunday week. It was just terrible. Don't stand there with your thumb in your ear, Roy. Say something. Well, no. You're sick, Roy.
Whom should you call when you have trouble with your car? Fisher's Towing Service, of course. Fisher's is on call 24 hours a day, so for prompt service, call Fisher's Towing Service, Thornwall 33923.
Good morning, avid fans out there in Radio Land. It's time now to find a job for you. Now that we've set the mood for you, if you're a floral designer, male, boy type, we have a job for you. Fully experienced you must be in making floral decorations. You can have $85 a week to start. More information on this job at 475 Hamilton Avenue in Palo Alto. Here's a goodie. Electronic technician wanted. Men for a swinging shift. No, I guess that's a swing shift. You must solder to military specifications. Hey, that sounds kind of secretive, doesn't it? $2.95 an hour and up. You can inquire for more information about these and many more jobs at 475 Hamilton Avenue in Palo Alto. Looking for them jobs with you this morning. Another good guy service for the Don MacKinnon radio program.
Send me with a he-who, Dad. He who follows in his father's footsteps stands right in back of him at the unemployment insurance office.
Here's Raoul Dunner with a flashback.
The way she walks, the way she talks.
There's a flashback on KEWB with Raoul Dunner called The Girl of My Best Friend Life.
Channel 91 Sports Scoreboard.
It's 8:15, and this is the Channel 91 Sports Scoreboard. Roger Maris is unsuccessful in his attempt to tie or break Babe Ruth's home run mark for a season in last night's game between New York and Baltimore. But he hits homer number 59 for the year to help the Yanks clinch their 11th pennant in 13 years as New York downs Baltimore 4-2. Last night's game is the Yankees' 154th, the deadline set by Commissioner Ford Frick for breaking the Babe's seasonal mark of 60. The Yanks play an expanded schedule this year of 162 games. Maris came close to tying Ruth's mark in the 7th inning of the game. He hit one into the right field bleachers, but it drifted just a few feet foul. Maris appears somewhat disappointed after the game. He says, I'm a whole lot relieved, though, that those first 154 games are out of the way. I have a hunch now that I may hit a couple more. Here's the Major League lineup for today in the National League. No games scheduled. In the American League, only 2 games. Minnesota at Washington, New York at Baltimore in a night game.
Now, here is your lifeline to sports.
Been $1 million put up by Peter Fuller, manager of heavyweight Tom McNeely, as guarantee on a return bout if McNeely pulls Patterson off the heavyweight champion's throne. The deal is, McNeely will agree to give Patterson a crack at the title not sooner than 120 days, nor later than the 1st of July. They'll sign in at the Massachusetts Boxing Commission office today for the fight at Boston Garden. Pay no attention to it, it's all hoop-de-doo. And as far as I'm concerned, the whole fight is an illegal battle to begin with. This is Ron Dunn with your live line to the world of sports.
First and foremost, the Channel 91 Sports Scoreboard.
We're going to put some sounds on you here, man, but it's going to turn you on. This is like Brubeck and Take 6. No, wait a minute. Take 5. Yeah, there it is. Brubeck, man. One you heard first on KEWB. It's called Take 5, number 11 this week on a fabulous 40 survey. KEWB is better than ever. Get some today. If you're driving, drive carefully. The streets are very foggy, man. There ain't nothing worse than a foggy street. 56 degrees in San Francisco. 55 degrees now for Marin County. Occasional cloudiness today. A high temperature reading in San Francisco, about 64 degrees. And I'm glad that you turned your radio on this morning because we're having a preview of the 1962 Pontiac. If you turn your radio up just a little louder, I'd like to show it to you. We have one in the other studio. Will you look at that? Look in the lower right-hand corner of your widescreen radio. Look at that 62 Pontiac. Oh, you ain't never seen nothing like that in your life before, have you? A thing of beauty to behold. Ooh. Oh.
Of all the new cars clamoring for your attention, one stands out. Tempest.
Tempest, the gas-saving 4 with Pontiac punch. Only Tempest offers a fired-up 4-cylinder power plant that comes alive when the light turns green and gets maximum mileage out of every gallon. Tempest, the only American-built car with its engine up front and transmission in the rear, gives you perfect balance on any road. You've never known how well you can drive until you drive a Tempest. The 1962 Tempest from Pontiac comes in sedan, wagon, convertible, and coupe models. See the Tempest, the gas-saving 4 with Pontiac punch, at your Pontiac dealers now. See why Tempest stands out in 62.
Thank you very much. And now here's a word from General Motors.
I make $75,000 a year.
Thank you very much, General Motors.
Hi-ho there. Percy Dinkle. The smallest little virus is that of foot and mouth disease.
You heard it on KEWB. Didn't you?
Yes, I did, didn't I? It's 21 minutes past 8 o'clock in KEWB. This is the Don MacKinnon program. Here's Bobby Lewis. One-track mind, number 28 this week on the Fabulous 40 survey. If you're driving, please drive carefully. There's a short patrol wagon behind you right now, and he's looking for trouble. 23 minutes now past 8. I have the funniest story here. I gotta tell you this. This is too funny. I think it's the funniest joke I've heard all week. At 23 past 8 o'clock, KEWB, funny story time. Listen to this. There was a girl who was nearsighted, and she couldn't recognize things more than a yard away, see? But she was too vain to wear glasses. And her lover didn't know of this defect yet, and she was going to make sure that he didn't find out. So before he called that evening, she placed a nail. She pounded a nail in a tree about 50 feet from a bench where she was certain they were going to sit that evening. So sure enough, they strolled for some time in the garden, and then he suggested sitting on the bench. So she says, "Oh, look at the nail in that tree over there." And her boyfriend said, "Don't be silly. You couldn't possibly see a nail in that tree over there. Why, that tree is over 50 feet away." So she says, "You come with me, and I'll prove that there's a nail in that tree." So she grabbed him by the hand, and they started for the tree. And on the way over, she stumbled over a cow.
How many great songs can you pack into one LP album? Well, 12 is about the limit, and the KEWB Discoveries album features 12 of the greatest songs in everybody's all-time Fabulous 40. Only the cream of the pop crop. Kathy's Clown to the Everly Brothers. Jerry Wallace singing Primrose Lane. Bobby V sings Devil or Angel, Sleepwalk, Santo and Johnny. Spanish Harlem, Benny King, Martin Denny's Exotic Quiet Village. Dreamin' by Johnny Burnett, Walk Dope Run by The Ventures. Runnin' Bear, Johnny Preston, Be My Boy, The Paris Sisters. Harlem Nocturne, The Viscounts. Alley-Oop by the Hollywood Argyles. The brand new KEWB Discoveries album, bound to be the album buy of the year, is on sale now at your favorite Bay Area record store.
Thank you very much, and don't forget all the proceeds from the sale of the album will go into the KEWB Scholarship Fund that's being handled by the Boys Clubs of America. So get in and get one of them albums, will you? 2 initials in a tree. That's in a heart. Let's find out where it is.
You won't tell me right to my face.
That's Jose Overcoat. Kind of a weird name for a singer. Jose Overcoat with one call, 2 initials in a heart. It's 27 and a half now, past 8 o'clock, KEWB, Don MacKinnon program time. We're here every morning, 6 to 9. At noon, don't forget now, old Ken who? That's right, Ken Formica with Mona Lisa. Isn't she beautiful? Yes, Ken will be here with his girl, Cal, at noon until 3 o'clock. And Mona passed this along. If you drink a glass of milk every morning for about 1,200 months, you will be 100 years old. Caterpillar, our engineer, has something to say. Go ahead and say it, fella, and get it over with.
KEWB is a Caterpillar production.
Thanks a lot. Last week he was picking on me, and I'm glad that he's left me alone, and now KEWB is a Caterpillar production, not me.
The Don MacKinnon program
later for you.
Is a Caterpillar production.
Okay, now you made me mad. I'm going home. Well done. There's Rosemary Clooney with Bing Crosby and Peanuts on the Don MacKinnon radio program.
From KEWB, Oakland, Big Bay Banner Line.
Oakland city officials of the Queen City warn the owners of 13 arcs along the estuary to remove them by October 20. Otherwise, the city will demolish them at the owner's expense. San Francisco, 4 execs of the London Transport Office meet with San Francisco Bay Area officials today to study local public transportation facilities. One thing the officials study, the proposed Bay Area rapid transit system. San Francisco, Governor Brown appoints 3 San Francisco men to the Board of Administration of the State Employees Retirement System. Men are Dr. Lester Breslow of Berkeley, Donald Gallagher, a San Francisco lawyer, and Richard Leeds of San Francisco, a labor leader. San Francisco Iranian consulate here warns Iranian students their passports will be revoked if they engage in any more demonstrations. San Francisco Peace Corps examinations, the 3rd round, will be held in California October 7. 2 types of examinations will be given, one for secondary or college teachers, the second for skilled workers.
Who is it crisp? Who is it warm? Who is this the come just prior to the storm? Is it gonna be blowing?
Occasional cloudiness, otherwise fair through tomorrow. Look for a high call in San Francisco today of 64 for Oakland 68. Current Bay Area temps read East Bay 58, Peninsula 55, Marin County 55. And the current KEWB San Francisco temperature reading is 56 degrees at 8:32.
5 minutes before the hour, you'll hear the bike weather up and complete. Electronic news on